this is actually Small Business Week. So this is the perfect time to kick off. This is going to be a brand new segment that we're going to do monthly called the Most Valuable Impactor of the Month. And it is sponsored by Coastal Credit Union. So we're just super excited to kick it off, and kicking it off with an amazing entrepreneur, Lori Jones. Welcome, Lori Jones. Hey, Lori.
Hey, how's it going?
Going great. Lori is the founder and CEO at Black-ology Beverage Company, LLC. So are you guys like coffee?
Oh, yeah.
I do, actually. I do.
Absolutely.
Coffee.
Well, I'm introducing you to the coffee snob.
Okay. Well,
the best in the business in Raleigh, North Carolina, and that would be Lori Jones.
Wow. Yeah, Lori, welcome to the show. I have a quick question. I'm just going to go right off the top. Why coffee?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm obsessed with coffee, right?
Okay.
I have given Starbucks some of the best years of my life. I felt like there was a little bit that I could do better, so I went for it.
All right.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So tell us a little bit about your brand. What is Black-ology Coffee?
Yeah, so Black-ology Coffee initially got started from my culinary background. So the searching for flavors, chasing flavors, right? Coffee that is low in acidity, still great in taste, bold in flavor, and it just, I don't know, it's an experience, right? It's an experience that most people connect over. Most people network. Most people have a meeting over coffee, things like that. So that's kind of what got me there. That, and of course being laid off during the pandemic and trying to figure out what was next, and finding the best utilization of those additional unemployment funds.
Awesome, nice. Awesome. Well, one thing that I like about your story is what makes you different. When you're being an entrepreneur and you start a business, you got to say, okay, what is my niche? What makes me different? And with you guys, it's all about the fresh coffee guarantee, because you actually don't roast the beans until you get the order. So tell me a little bit about that.
Wow.
So that's real fresh.
Yep. So we actually have two roasters.
Cook the order.
Fresh when it ships. So we actually have one roaster here locally in Raleigh that handles our specialty coffees, and we have another up in New Jersey that handles the bigger orders, if you will. The fresh coffee tastes different, right? So take something like a fresh pepper grinder, right? Mm-hmm. When you grind fresh pepper, it has a very different taste. It has a very fresh taste, right? So, I'm an advocate of whole bean coffee and buy a grinder, because a fresh cracked coffee bean gives you a completely different experience.
Wow, this is amazing. We're talking to Lori Jones, most valuable impactor for this month. You made me want some coffee now. First of all, congratulations. I applaud you on, we've all done that corporate America, if you will, track. Then you found your own niche and decided to jump out there. So so do I understand it now? You guys, that's a brick. You actually have a place where you're doing this from, as opposed to virtually, right?
Yeah. So right now we actually have a brick and mortar location inside the Alexander Family YMCA. However, we are getting ready to pivot back to an online platform for the moment.
Okay.
That was a tough decision. I've had some health issues going on, so that was a tough decision to make, but a temporary one.
Okay.
That's awesome. That's awesome. We're super excited. We're talking to Lori Jones. She is our very first most valuable impactor, MVI, that's sponsored by Coastal Credit Union.
Yep.
So not the MVP, but the MVI, Coastal Federal Credit Union. So we're excited.
You make an impact.
Yeah, you're making an impact. And, when I first met you, it was in the community. So community matters, and you've made a big impact in the community, servicing different events. You're always there. So tell us, how community has helped you build your business and why it's been so important to you.
Oh, wow. Community is the driver of the business, right? I could not have gotten as far as I am now without the support of the community. Initially, my church, Southeast Raleigh Table, my entire church community has played a massive role in the journey that I've been on. It's been I don't know. It's always someone reaching out like, hey, we know this person. Like, let's do an introduction. Or, hey, what do you need? Or, sometimes I don't always leverage that when I need it. But it's just knowing that the community loves and supports. And that's what drives the business. Awesome. And how we can give back.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So we thank you again. One last question I had is just any lessons for upcoming or entrepreneurs right now, the lessons that you've learned, especially coming off the pandemic. A quick lesson.
Yeah, I would say, it's okay to pivot. You're always going to have to pivot, right? Mm-hmm. You may have to, you may pivot forward. You may have to take 2 steps back. You may move up 5 more steps. You may have to take 2 more steps back. It's okay to pivot. You need to do what's best for your business. And the other piece of this that I think I may have initially left out was also do what's best for your family.
That's true.
How can people find you? It's a question.
So online we are at www.black-ologybeverage.co.com. And Instagram and Facebook, we have a social media presence at Black-ology Beverage Company.
Black-ology Beverage Company. Okay.
Black-ology Beverage Company.
Okay.
All right, Lori. So the sport.